Welcome to another Willy Weighs In. This is the Edmonton Oilers at the Nashville Predators, and after last game, we want to forget it against Minnesota and move on and forward like we did against the Calgary Flames when we dropped that 9-5 game. No, move on. So in net today, we've got Mike Smith, and the Oilers are going with 11 forwards as opposed to 12, and 7 defensemen. Chris Russell draws in, Brassard draws out. I think he sets the tone right off the bat in the first 5 minutes. He lays a massive hit, stand-up hit on a Nashville player, lays him right out. That sets the tone. Edmonton has the offensive power this whole period, possession, really great. At one point, the shots are 12-2 for Edmonton. They are pouring it on, and it looks like they want retribution for the loss they had the other night, and they're playing for it. They're playing like it. They are not letting, Nashville in there for any real great chances. Now, we get a power play. First power play we get a very pretty tic-tac-toe play from McDavid to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to Leon Draisaitl, who shoots and scores, adding to that, record-breaking total for power play goals in a season for an Oiler. He beat Ryan Smith and Wayne Gretzky last game. In this game, he's got 22. He's just building on those totals, and he gets another point. McDavid gets another point. This actually does put him at 109 points on the year. But Edmonton looks great. Power plays looking dangerous. 1-0. We get another power play. And, although we don't score, we get a number of great chances. They're moving around. Nashville looks tired. Unbelievably tired, and that's not good for a team that's a wild card team trying to stay in and make the playoffs. Edmonton pours it on. And then there's another point where Bouchard gets the puck from McDavid, takes about a second to think about it, waits for the lane to open up. Boom, ping! Oh, it's a post for Bouchard. Oh, God, he's dangerous, but it remains 1-0. Nashville a little later in the period starts to pour on a little bit more pressure. Edmonton's in their zone, but they're playing defensively responsible. There's a loose puck in the middle. Carrier gets a stick on it. Mike Smith makes a save. He's made a number of pretty good saves this period. He's given them a chance to win, and it's been great. Now, let's see if they can keep this up for the next couple periods. Second period comes around, and Nashville seems to have found their feet. They're starting to pour it on. There's a little bit more back and forth going between the two teams. And there's a couple moments where you're like, oh, Smith makes pretty sharp saves. But Edmonton strikes again, making it 2-0. It's Hyman, finds this really nifty, nice pass on the stick of Draisaitl, who gets his second of the night. Unbelievable. Draisaitl's on fire today. And a little later, Edmonton's killing off a penalty, and Evander Kane finds Darnell Nurse streaking into the high slot. Nurse picks the side of the net. 3-0 Oilers, and you're like, woo, yeah, 3-goal lead. We've seen this game before. Don't give up the lead. Don't sit back. Mike Smith making save after save after save. My God, it's beautiful. At one point, and yes, I watched the second and third period and didn't do a weigh-in between, but at one point, Nashville scores, and you're like, poor Smith. He's playing so well. He's scrambling. He's making these diving saves where he's getting the glove up and robbing Duchesne. Unbelievable. He's getting to the other side, robbing Yossi. Boy, oh boy, he's standing on his head, so he gets scored on, but Edmonton challenges. Goal is called back. 3-0 Edmonton. Unbelievable. They're playing great. Third period comes around, and in the third, Edmonton, continues to drive on the power play. It's, what? This power play has not looked better. Unbelievable. They are dangerous all night. Every power play has looked scary. Connor McDavid. Again, I believe it's Nugent Hopkins. Don't quote me on that. They get it to Draisaitl, and he picks the corner. It is a hat trick. Woo! For Leon Draisaitl. Unbelievable. Look at that beautiful head of hair. Unreal. Toss the hats. There's one on the ice, I believe, for that hat trick. So that goal, those 3 goals, brings Leon to 54 goals on the year so far, I believe. 54 or 55. And then that brings him up to 105 points, tied with Huberdeau for second in points on the year. McDavid gets 2 points this game. He's up to 110 so far. His previous career high is 116. I think he can get to 120. But Edmonton played unreal tonight. I thought they played a great team game. They showed up on defense, and Mike Smith gets a shutout. Unreal. There's only been a handful of those this year for the Oilers. I believe Koskinen's got one, Skinner's got one, and good old Schmitty boys got one. So hell of a win, especially coming off of such an embarrassing loss against the Minnesota Wild. I'm excited. I'm so pumped. 7 games left for the Oilers. We're up to 92 points, still securing that second spot in the Pacific Division. And we made it a little bit more difficult for Nashville, who's kind of at a standstill. I believe they have 89. And with Vegas winning tonight against Calgary, because it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen, unless, Calgary pulls a horseshoe out of there and, pulls a bunch of goals out. But they're winning 5-1. So that would pull them up to 87, 2 points behind Nashville for a wild card spot, and 1 point behind Dallas. So that race continues to get intense, but if Edmonton can pull away from it and secure that second spot in the division, I'm a happy camper. God, what a win. Unbelievable. Everyone played pretty darn good tonight. You know what? Happy break. You know what? Good Friday tomorrow. It was a good Thursday night. Take care. Thank you for watching Willy Weighs In. Please like, subscribe, comment, subscribe again, and let us know what you think. Join the comments. It's fun to talk with everyone. And watch the main pod with myself, Pilon, Sanjay, and Baron. And with that, I will see you Saturday afternoon. This has been a Willy Weighs In.